Welcome. Welcome to a community of creatives. Welcome to a community where we're honest and we're real and we're raw and we don't just say the word transparent just to say it. I'm Elizabeth Struess and I've created this beautiful book, Servant Business Ship. It's a place where we talk about servant leadership and how hard it is, but also how inspiring it can be. It's a place where we use photos created by Whhyyyy, the illustrator, to draw in the parts of us that we can't always say out loud. We know as creatives that we have a special relationship with art, but also trying to beautify this world. So whether you're running a restaurant and serving people from behind a bar or tables, whether you're using a yoga studio to be able to serve people at their core, maybe you're a coffee shop and you're just trying to figure out how to make sure that people smile every time they drink your cup of coffee. I'm a hairstylist and I've watched passionate people try to build empires and just struggle. And this book is a series of stories about how I struggled, how I've fallen on my face, and how we could do things a little differently to see how we can change the world, because we know we have the biggest hearts on the planet. So keep watching, and I hope these chapters speak to you as they have been spoken through me. I'm going to read the quote that starts this chapter off. I think that you will find you will identify with it even if you're not a DMX fan. I've been through many different phases, like mazes, to find my way, and now I know that happy days are not far away. This is a song that got me through many a tough times because it was the idea that eventually life would always get better. So welcome to chapter 3 in Servant Business Ship. This chapter is called Permission to Dream. Step 1, write a business plan, cry, crumple a paper, scream, "Why?" and hope that no one actually hears you. So true confession time. I never wrote a business plan, ever. It was the biggest case of writer's block in my life. It was so colossal, I couldn't even figure out where to start. Instead, I opened my doors with a hope, a prayer, 2 employees, a coach, and the most supportive wife in the universe. Year 4 was a struggle. We were hitting our largest numbers per month and our largest red zones in the budget. My team wasn't happy. I hated going to work. And one of my Melissas said, "What if you could start over? What would you do differently?" I scoffed. She smiled gently. We went on about our business. 6 months later, we had a smaller team and a bigger dream. It was time to start over. I still had writer's block for a business plan, but the one thing that I can do is I can dream. You've picked up this YouTube channel because you have a grand idea and the world needs to hear it. Okay, well, maybe it's not quite a grand plan yet, but at least it's a nebula idea. Getting a nebula built into a full-blown dream needs some major brain power behind it. Set your stage first. Your mental stage. When do you think best? Is it morning or afternoon? Are you capitalizing on that prime thinking real estate? Clear your schedule for an hour. If you aren't ready to do this right now, schedule it. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead and just pause this, go do it, and then come back. Turn your phone on silent during this time. Not vibrate. I swear that's worse than a ringtone. Bzzz. Anyway. Enjoy a cup of tea or coffee. Set out your pen and paper. Create a space for you with no interruptions. Interruptions are like little leprechauns that let us find reasons to create excuses. All right, you've got the stage set, right? So you're going to take a deep breath in for a count of 6. Hold for a count of 6. Let out for a count of 6. We'll go ahead and do this once just so you have an idea. So breathe in for 6. Hold for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let out for 6. And you're going to do this 3 times. If you can't navigate the full 6, start with 3 in place of 6. Often when we breathe in, we forget to exhale. We forget to let go of the stuff. that we were holding onto in the first place. This simple breathing technique can actually reset your mind at any given time. Creating the mental space for your creativity will give you more power than dreaming. Yes, I said that. More power. It will give you permission to unlock the parts of your brain that hold all of your delicious gems. I am giving you permission to live your biggest self. Please. The world needs you. Your community needs you. Placing yourself first is the best way to serve anyone. All the world's a stage. Shakespeare. Welcome to yours. All right, you ready to start dreaming together? Close your eyes. Well, yeah, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. What does opening day look like? If you already had one, plan your epic anniversary part. Who cares if it's the 3rd year or the 7th or some weird non-traditional special year? We all love a reason to celebrate. Get out your journal, notebook, tablet, laptop, or doodler. If you are at a point that you can grab the companion journal to the Aunt Susie, I would highly recommend that. All right, so here's what you're going to write. Here's what you're thinking about. What does it smell like? Sound like? Who's there? What are you drinking? Are you serving food? Who is helping you set up? Do you have your mission statement yet? How do people even find out about you? Don't forget, you're still just dreaming. You're not writing anything down yet. You just want to know that you have that next to you. All is fair play in dreamland. The only rule you cannot explore is any dreams yet. You can only write them down. Let me say that again. The only rule right now, while you're in dream mode, is you can't explore it. You can't go down the rabbit holes. I know that's going to be really hard because you're creative, right? So, what happens if you have writer's block? You're trying to dream, you're trying to think about all these things, and you're trying to picture them in your mind, but you can't figure out how to write it. Turn your phone into selfie mode and tell yourself a story. All right, now before you give me the excuse that you hate seeing yourself in video, no one else actually has to see it. It's really just for you. I want you to get lost in the dream, not hyper-focus on your shade of lipstick or if your brows are too bushy. If you can't do either of those, turn on your voice recorder. And for the love of all things holy, yes, all phones have them. Tell the story that way. Make your grand opening a story of grand proportion. All right. Feel good about your grand opening? Awesome. High five someone if they're around you. All right, great. Name it something else. I don't care if you call it Viking Day, Frabjous Day, New Beginnings, something other than the only name that no one shows up for. No matter how starchy your suit is, pick a fun name that shows your brand off. You will notice I go to the extreme of kitschy. Hopefully it pulls you out of your shell. You don't need to be kitschy. Do be a fun and interesting version of your brand. Really, I'm on this side of crazy because I can get so serious that it looks like I have a permanent wedgie. Don't be that person. No one wants to be around that person. What if you say, I'm a dreamer, but I'm not having an opening day? What do I do now? Could you use this exercise to have something on social media to announce that you're starting something? People love seeing startups. They love cheering people on. What could you do that could showcase what you're doing? We have good ideas and we have leprechauns. To make a business run, we need luck, a ton of hard work, scotch of insanity, and faith. Oh, and the knowledge that leprechauns will be there around every mischievous corner. All right, ready for your thought leader? We are here because we are dreamers. Did you include a lollipop moment in your Frabjous Day? I'll set up the link for you. Do you have your visualization posted somewhere to easily read it every day? And I want you to reread what you wrote 24 hours after you put it down. So remember, no squirreling, no digging into the details, just your story of your dream. And after 24 hours, does it inspire you? It better, because it's going to have to inspire other people. All right, your book club. I loved this book. I'll be really honest. I might have skipped a couple pages because it got so meaty that I had a hard time with it. But The book is called Be Our Guest. It's Perfecting the Art of Customer Service. It's about the Disney way and how they take those little details and actually create really big things. So if you're struggling with how to create your epic proportions or how to create your dream or how to fine line the details, please read Be Our Guest because it will help you blow people away, including your employees, because honestly, they're your biggest guest and they should be your biggest fan. If they're not, then keep reading. There's a TED Talk, it's called Lollipop Moments. It's about a gentleman named Drew Dudley. And he has a really cool story about how people are watching. You just may not know it yet. And last but not least, there's a video about the power of visualization. And she goes into what physical fitness and mental fitness came from and how she was able to start her vision. So go ahead, take some time and start visualizing your new life.